news source. ABC6 News at noon.
Good afternoon to you folks. Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm Casey Cantz. Doreen is off. We're going to start today with the weather and another hot one out there today. This is just what we've been experiencing the last week or so. And Chelsea, you do have a bit of good news though today because just got to get through today pretty much, right?
I have to make it through today first, and it is brutally hot outside right now. Those temperatures are in the mid-90s, hotter right now than we were yesterday for high temperatures. The record for today is 100 degrees. We're getting close to that this afternoon, and certainly when you factor in the humidity, we feel incredibly hot. 106 is our feel like temperature in Providence right now. There is a bit of a breeze. It's a warm and humid breeze, but when you feel it, it gives you some relief. Most of us are sitting in that 90s range, especially for our inland spots. Again, 96 in Providence, mid to upper 80s at the coastline. You factor in the humidity, low to mid 90s for feel like temperatures at the coastline, and again, well over 100 degrees for most of us inland, which is why we have another day with another heat advisory in place. Now, we do have changes underway. What you're looking at outside right now is some hazy sunshine up to our north and west, so you can see some scattered showers. Now, this line is going to gain a little bit of strength, and we do have the risk of some isolated rain and thunderstorms in the forecast as we head through the later part of the afternoon into the evening. We're actually under a marginal risk from the Storm Prediction Center today for some severe thunderstorms, relatively low, but the risk is there, with the main concern being some torrential rain and some gusty winds. You'll see that as we head into the afternoon, those temperatures stay in the mid-90s range. The risk of rain and storms develops as we head through the late afternoon or for your drive home, continuing up until just after sunset. From there, we do start to see some cooler temperatures. I'll let you know when we lose the humidity in just a few minutes. Casey?
All right, Chelsea, thank you. We'll check back in. Let's get to our top story today. Caught on camera last night, the U.S. Coast Guard boarding a moving Block Island ferry after a fight led to multiple injuries there. This noontime, we are getting more information from state police who are now handling that investigation. And we're also hearing from people who were on the island Monday and also folks heading there today about this wild scene. ABC6 News reporter Natalie Nuri live at Point Judith this afternoon with new video today at noon. Natalie, what can you tell us?
Hey, KC, the ferry terminal is busy as always today, but the talk of the town is what happened last night, as we're learning that one man was taken to the hospital with facial injuries after a fight that took place on the boat. Of the Coast Guard jumped on board the ship.
There was like a bunch of cops that had to jump off of one boat to the ferry and arrest him.
One viewer sharing a video with ABC6 showing an altercation happening at Ballard's earlier in the day, where the Reggae Fest took place on Block Island Monday.
We were worried the ferry was going to get shut down for us.
Those going to the island on the ferry on Tuesday telling ABC6 they've never seen anything like this.
Like to think it's an isolated event due to like the festival or whatever that was going on the island yesterday. But you never know, and it's a little scary, but kind of out of our control.
The U.S. Coast Guard, Narragansett Police and Fire, South Kingstown Police, Middletown Police, North Kingstown Police, and Rhode Island State Police all responded to the scene.
I mean, I feel like stuff like that doesn't happen often, so hopefully it'll be good.
And as you could see in that video, 4 men were taken off the ferry in handcuffs, but we are waiting for Rhode Island State Police to release more information. They will be sending a press release out shortly this afternoon. So we'll keep you updated on air and online. That's abc6.com for further updates. For now, reporting live in Narragansett, Natalie Nori, ABC6 News.
There's certainly much more to come from this, Natalie. Thank you for that. New today at noon, TF Green will serve as the new base of operations for Breeze Airways. Governor Dan McKee making the announcement with airline officials this morning. That is expected to bring 250 new full-time jobs to Rhode Island, including pilots, flight crews, support staff, and maintenance workers. Breeze will expand the number of routes running through Warwick from 8 to over 20 now, they say, within a 5-year period. North Attleboro firefighters had to clean up some oil in a couple's basement this morning. The fire department telling us a couple living on Fales Road woke up to a smell of oil and found a leak in their basement tank. The fire department reached out to the Department of Environmental Protection for some assistance, but beyond that, it wasn't much of an issue for crews there.
Usually tanks through years of aging. Tanks age, they need to be replaced over a certain amount of time, and this tank's on the older side. It was just filled about 3 weeks ago. As the new oil sits in, it sludges, and then the stuff on the bottom adds more weight, and as the weight's added, sometimes you can have a pinhole leak or a crack along the seam.
The fire department says this typically happens when an oil tank is aging. It's more of an environmental issue than a safety issue for residents when it does happen. Jamestown police charging 2 people with forging signatures to try to get a candidate for governor on the ballot. Police say 18-year-old Owen Loki and 18-year-old Gracie Flynn of North Kingstown forged signatures of Jamestown residents on nomination papers for Zachary Hurwitz. Hurwitz is not on the state primary ballot after failing to get enough signatures. The 2 will be arraigned on Friday. Checking some national headlines today, President Biden celebrating the passage of the CHIPS Act today, signing it into law. Former Rhode Island Governor and now Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo, you see, was by the president's side after being a big part of the legwork and negotiations to get this done. The bipartisan bill will up production of high-tech semiconductor chips in America. There was a shortage of those chips, most manufactured overseas during the pandemic. Now to the new developments in the unprecedented FBI raid of former President Trump's primary residence in Florida. ABC News has learned this was not the first time federal agents visited Trump's home. ABC's Faith Abube in Washington today with the very latest.
An extraordinary and unprecedented scene at former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago property in Florida. FBI agents Monday executing a court-authorized warrant at the former president's private residence. Trump and his family were not at the home during the raid. His son, Eric Trump, on Fox News.
30 FBI agents, actually more than that, descend on Mar-a-Lago, give absolutely, no notice, go through the gate, start ransacking an office.
Trump himself seen in New York ignoring shouted questions, but confirming the raid in a statement saying his property was under siege and that the agents even broke into his safe. Sources tell ABC News the raid is part of the investigation into allegations Trump improperly removed presidential documents, including classified material from the White House when he left office, a possible violation of federal laws. The National Archives referred the case to the Justice Department after retrieving 15 boxes of material from the Mar-a-Lago residence in January, some of the documents allegedly torn up. Trump and his top Republican allies furious about the FBI raid, without evidence, accusing the DOJ of being weaponized, even though Trump appointed the current FBI director.
That is to try to politically harm and intimidate their political opponents. That's what this is all about.
Legal experts say before receiving approval for the search warrant, FBI agents would have had to prove to a federal judge there's probable cause a crime or crimes had been committed and that evidence was in the home.
To send this kind of FBI team to the former president's home, there has to be something more than just a Presidential Records Act violation. They have to know something that we don't know about yet.
And both the FBI and DOJ have declined to comment, and now Trump allies are calling for an investigation into the DOJ and FBI. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Back here at home, an ABC6 News update. A home in Providence, a total loss after a fire broke out overnight on Evergreen Street. When crews got there, the second-floor unit was on fire, causing smoke to go into the street. Firefighters believe it started in the second-floor kitchen. 4 adults made it out of that building. However, 1 firefighter did have to be taken to Rhode Island Hospital to be treated for heat exhaustion. Coming up tonight, the Warren Town Council will vote on a proposal to ban smoking pot in public. Recreational use of cannabis, as you know, was legalized in Rhode Island back in May. But if the proposal passes, Warren would be the first town in the state to put a ban like this in place. According to the proposed ordinance, public places would include public streets, parking lots, parks, and athletic centers. Town Council meets tonight at 7 o'clock. And later today, Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker will sign a bill protecting access to abortion in the Commonwealth. The bill protects abortion providers and those seeking abortions from actions taken by their home states. The bill also states access to reproductive and gender-affirming health care services is a right protected by the Massachusetts State Constitution. Happening tomorrow, the Providence City Council will review its proposal for a ballot measure to create a hybrid school board. The council voted to pass the proposal last week, but it was vetoed by Mayor Alorza on Friday. Well, now the council is considering overriding his veto. The proposed hybrid school board would be composed of 5 elected members and 5 appointed members. Currently, all members are selected by the mayor. Still to come today on ABC6 News at noon, a look at the work being done on a possible Lyme disease vaccine. Plus, how federal officials are considering getting the most out of limited monkeypox vaccine doses with a new method of giving it. That's next in Your Health. Welcome back. Turning to Your Health. Pfizer is in its third phase of a clinical trial focused on a vaccine that could fight the tick-borne Lyme disease. The drug maker now looking for 6,000 people over the age of 5 to be part of this study. Those who participate will either get 3 doses of a vaccine and a booster or a placebo. This is the only Lyme vaccine currently in this stage of development. The Biden administration preparing to move forward with a plan to stretch the limited supply of monkeypox vaccine doses. 2 people familiar with those plans said it would let providers use 1/5 as much per dose as currently recommended. The vaccine would be injected differently, allowing less vaccine to hopefully do the same work. A new emergency declaration is expected as early as this afternoon. We have much more still to come today on ABC6 News at noon. Stay with us. And we are back with some developing news now. Rhode Island State Police just releasing new information on the melee on the Block Island Ferry last night. This was our top story today. A total of 7 people arrested and are now facing a slew of charges. State Police arresting 3 men and 1 woman from Providence and 3 other men from Pawtucket. They're facing disorderly conduct, obstruction, and weapons charges. They were arraigned and released with an order to return to court at a later date. Now, State Police also say troopers were assigned to scheduled ferries throughout the night, but last night's incident occurred on an unscheduled ferry that was added late due to overcrowding.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Chelsea Priest.
Another brutally hot day across southern New England. Right now, you're seeing partly sunny conditions, but we actually have a good shot of some heavier rain and isolated thunderstorms approaching the area later this afternoon. Ahead of that line of rain and storms, it is hot and it is very humid outside. Our temperatures right now sitting in the low to mid 90s for our inland spots, mid to upper 80s along the immediate coastline. Very hot, very humid, well above our average high of 83 degrees. We are sitting more than 10 degrees above that. And our record today, 100 degrees, set back in 2001. We've tied records the past couple of days. I don't think we make it to 100 degrees, but we're close right now, only 4 degrees off from that record high for today. What we're looking at is also very high dew points because of this wind that's still being persistent. It's still coming in from the southwest. We've had this southwesterly breeze really for the last 5, 6, 7 days here in southern New England. There's a front approaching the area, and behind that front, this breeze does shift as we head through tomorrow. But ahead of the front, it's breezy out there. Some gusts are coming in over 20 miles per hour this afternoon, and that's continuing to pump in this moisture. We're looking at dew points in the low to mid 70s range, feeling uncomfortable outside today. You factor in the high temperatures plus the humidity, and our feel like temperatures are well over 100 degrees, feeling like 106 in Providence right now, just brutally hot outside. We do have that heat advisory that remains in place today. Again, a day that you need to take frequent breaks, stay hydrated, and use your common sense. What we're looking at is the very high dew points still in place today. Now tomorrow and Thursday, you can notice a little bit of a drop. It's still very muggy outside though in the coming days. The temperatures start to cool down. Dew points are still relatively high. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday though that we get into that comfortable level of things. Should be a really beautiful weekend. Again, with the high heat and humidity today, we have the heat advisory in place until 8 p.m. It's been there for days now. Tomorrow, no heat advisory. What you're looking at is a front that's approaching the area. There's a line of isolated rain and thunderstorms just to our north, and we'll be tracking this as it heads closer to us as we head into the later part of your afternoon and evening hours. It doesn't look like much right now, but it'll gain some strength, and we do have the potential for some heavier downpours, thunder, lightning, and gusty winds that could lead to some damage. The line that comes through is going to pop those isolated thunderstorms showing up here around 5 o'clock, so for your drive home, there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, so some torrential rain will be possible with these. Now by about 8 o'clock, a lot of that activity pushing south and east, losing a little bit of strength. Tomorrow, some clouds, a few sprinkles to start the day, kind of a blend of sun and clouds in the afternoon. Our highs tomorrow, low to mid 80s. It'll be more seasonable, still muggy as we head into Thursday too, with some clouds around and some scattered showers at times. Again, it'll be Friday that we get into the more comfortable air. There is a marginal risk today of some severe thunderstorms. Again, my main concern, the torrential rain and the gusty winds as that line pushes through the late afternoon and early evening. Otherwise, it is hot and humid. The breeze is still with us, gusting 20 to 25 miles per hour. So if you are making this afternoon a beach afternoon, keep in mind that it is breezy. We have a high rip current risk and the wave heights up to 5 to 7 feet. So use caution if you're getting in the water. About 70 degrees overnight. We have the evening rain and storms. It's staying muggy. Tomorrow, still a muggy day, but it's much cooler and more seasonable. Highs in the low to mid 80s with a slight chance of a spot shower, some scattered rain on Thursday, and then Friday's the day we're circling. Casey?
Yeah, we are looking forward to that. Have been for quite some time, Chelsea. Thank you. Still to come today. It's Tuesday, which means we introduce you to our latest pet up for adoption from the RISPCA. Chelsea going to be back to introduce us to Bingo.
Pick of the Litter. Brought to you by Moriarty's Invisible Fence.
Welcome back. It's Tuesday. That, of course, means it's time for Pick of the Litter. We have a sweet dog here today. This is Bingo from our friends at the RSPCA. Bingo, tell us a little bit about him, Wayne.
So Bingo is a Southern gentleman. Actually, maybe gentleman's a little bit of an overstatement. He's an energetic dog. He is a hound mix. He's 5 years old. He's a neutered male. He is a happy guy. He's got plenty of energy. He's been in the shelter for 3 weeks to a month.
Okay.
He had been on a medical hold for a while because he had some skin issues, so we've got that cleared up.
Hey, he looks good now.
But whoever adopts him needs to know that he's going to need Apoquel, which is a continuing prescription for that skin condition after they adopt him.
Okay.
He's a hound mix. His nose is always to the ground, and we think he'll be chasing any small animal that he has a chance to sniff.
Right?
So,
it's funny, he has almost that basset hound type shape. He's got kind of shorter legs, and then his face isn't quite basset hound, so he's some sort of mix, but he's a cute boy.
He's a Heinz 57 of some kind. We're just not sure which kind.
Okay, fair enough. What type of home situation do you think would be best for Bingo?
We're looking for teenagers. We think he's a little bit jumpy for little kids.
Sure.
And he is dog selective. We could try to do a meet and greet with another dog, but he likes some of them. He doesn't like all of them.
Okay, so it would be a trial basis. We do also want to mention our 3-time visitor, Freddie, is still with you guys, right? We need to find Freddie a good
Freddie is such a good boy, but he does not present great in the kennel because he gets so anxious. So we're trying some special things to put him in a larger enclosure so that he shows better. But Freddie is a fan favorite. The vets like him, the staff likes him, the volunteers like him, and I love him. And he's got no adoption fee, so
Freddie.
If anyone is interested in Freddie, you can call me directly. Ask for the president at the RISPCA.
There you go. We have Freddie's story on ABC6.com if you want to go back and check him out. You'll also find more about Bingo over there as well. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Chels, thank you. Let's get Bingo and Freddie adopted. Still to come today at noon. We'll check back in again with Chelsea. This time she's got another look at our afternoon forecast. That's coming up. Stay with us. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to get through today.
Oh, we're so close.
We're finally going to get some relief, right?
It is brutal outside right now.
Uncomfortable.
Honestly, our hottest of this stretch, when you factor in the humidity, 106 is how we feel right now. We do have a line of late day rain and thunderstorms coming through, which will usher in some changes. It's going to be a few days, though, before we lose the humidity completely. Today, look out for some torrential rain, some gusty winds, thunder, lightning. Jeff will have a full update for you starting at 4 p.m. Tomorrow, mix of sun and clouds, seasonable temperatures, but still still a bit humid outside for Wednesday and Thursday. Some scattered rain in the forecast for Thursday. We'll take what we can get. Severe drought conditions persist. Friday's the day, though, that we're going to circle. 82 degrees, sunshine, comfortable dew points. And the good news, Casey, is that continues for the weekend. So it looks like we have a really nice and comfortable weekend ahead of us because, again, right now, it is just a day that you need to find a way to stay cool.
No doubt.
The pool, the lake, the AC. Honestly, the AC is the place to be.
Yeah, and we deserve this. We've been in this stretch for so long, it feels like.
I know, and it was only a few weeks ago that we had another 6-day heat wave. So 2 6-day heat waves kind of back to back, a brutally hot late July and kicking off August really hot too.
We're going to get through it together, folks. Stay cool today. Thanks for joining us. The news continues first at 4. We're always online, too, at abc6.com. Have a great rest of your Tuesday afternoon.